Hello, thank you for tuning in with us. We created a project about teaching the adolescent brain. This site is specifically created by us graduate students in education to support new teachers through professional development. Our goal was to bridge adolescent brain science and instructional practice in a clear, useful, and visually engaging way. On each topic, there's a link to each page, so feel free to click each one to learn more about it. We're going to give a general overview, but if you want to go more in depth, feel free to click and see all of our information that we've provided there. The first thing that we're going to talk about is brain basics. In this section, you are going to learn about the anatomy and structure of the adolescent brain, both the inner and the outer components, and the main functions of each parts. Then moving to the second section, you're going to learn about the changes occurring in different structures of the brain during adolescence and how it corresponds to their physical, behavioral, social, emotional, and or cognitive effects, and how that leads into applying it into instructional strategies, which my colleagues will take over.
Hi, my name is Abraham. So I will talk over instructional strategies, and in that, you teachers will learn different strategies and activities that maximize learning as brain development occurs. Uh, with that, I introduce Barbara.
It focuses on self-awareness and regulation and technology in the brain. In self-awareness and regulation, you can discover effective strategies to support adolescents' social, emotional growth and deliver a more holistic approach to education. And in technology in the brain, you can learn how digital tools enhance learning and reshape the adolescent brain. And then we have this last section on decision making and problem solving.
Hello, my name is Addison, and I'm going to be going over decision making and problem solving. So, in this section, we're going to learn about the effective strategies to support adolescents in decision making and problem solving in this period of their life. Within this section, you'll find how different periods of adolescence how can affect different types of decisions that children are making, and as well as their ability to start problem solving. There's a comparison of how young children and maybe kindergarten are not going to have the same learning and decision making abilities as, say, a fifth grader. So next, I'm going to move into our collaboration. So our group did a couple different methods of collaboration. First, we started off using the GCU text messaging. And from there, we shared our emails in order to communicate with one another. We felt this was a very easy way for us to talk with one another and get to know what we may or may not be needing in that moment of time. Some negatives of specifically of this situation and our collaboration was we felt like we could have gone face to face a little sooner. So we wish we would have gotten on a Zoom call maybe a couple days ahead of time rather than the day of. In addition, we wish we would have maybe exchanged phone numbers to be able to talk with each other over text message, just so we actually get that alert whenever someone is messaging within our group. But we did have a lot of positives that came out of our group. We had great communication and honesty within one another, and we had a lot of similar interest, skills, and availability. So we were able to inform each other of all of our questions and concerns and just really supported each other throughout the whole project. And for that, I will let Bree take over.
One of the biggest takeaways from working on this project was the opportunity for us to have some type of hands-on experience of a first look at collaborating with colleagues in the real teaching classroom. I know a lot of teachers in different subjects, they collaborate with each other and then they apply what works and what doesn't work into the classroom. And so for us to be able to apply that into our own studies and then talk about it here was extremely beneficial. Collaboration builds a shared vision and a supportive culture. It does this by creating unified goals, informing, having informed instruction. Collaboration allows teachers to share observations and data on certain students' behaviors and then make changes from that. And then it also makes opportunity for personal growth because you can have one-on-one feedback. It creates a supportive culture because it builds stronger relationships with teachers and students. Um, it creates a student-centered focus. Shared culture shifts the mindsets from a my only classroom to an our school classroom. It creates a diverse learner support so that way teachers can meet the needs of each individual student. So with that, that's our presentation, and I'll leave it to
Thank you
my.
so much. Yeah, thank you so much for your time. If you have any questions or concerns, our information is provided in the CLC agreement document as well as the bottom of the homepage.